It's great. I'm pumped. This Saturday is the SEC championship. I don't know. I don't talk about football a ton on the podcast, but yesterday was Rivals Day. The Alabama-Auburn game was big. I mean, it was a real heartbreaker for the Auburn fans. I think most people, if they've ever talked to me about this, they know where I'm at with it. Now that I've always said, I'm an Alabama fan unless I'm watching the game with other Alabama fans. Other Alabama fans, not all of them, but a lot of them can be real over the top. But I love Alabama football. My dad is a big Alabama fan. My mom is a big Auburn fan. I've been to a bunch of Auburn games. We used to have season tickets. My mom still has season tickets, but we used to go all the time to them. Hannah knows how big of an Auburn fan my mom is. Hannah's back. She knows how big of an Alabama fan my dad is. And so I've been able to walk the line, meaning I can cheer for both teams. There is it goes deep in my family, and I can walk the line. My stance is, when it comes down to the Alabama and Auburn game, I look at it like this. I go, which of these teams has a chance to go on to the playoffs and go on to the national championship? And whichever team has a chance, that's who I'm pulling for.
But the entire time we've been together, the only team that's ever had a chance is Alabama. So don't you just get sick of rooting for the same team?
No. But, yeah, I mean, that may be true the whole time we've been together. But it's not always been true. Okay. And no, I mean, people, some people, they just root for one team regardless. They don't even do this change up that I do. I just think that it's fun not living in Alabama to have one of my home, my home teams in the playoffs. Now, Alabama may not get there. Alabama barely beat Auburn, and Auburn last week got really beat by kind of a no-name team. So Alabama's struggling. They won the game, but they're struggling. And they got to play Georgia next week, who is like the best team maybe ever created. I mean, they're just unbelievable. Of course, that's not true, but they are pretty they're great.
They're on steroids?
Yeah, they're a great team. So Alabama has to beat them next week, and then they still may not get into the playoffs. So I thought the game was great. I love the Auburn game. I really hate how Auburn lost, because it's got to be heartbreaking. It came right down to the very end and just...
They looked like they were at a funeral.
Yeah, it was just a crusher of an ending. I don't think any Auburn fan went into that game expecting Auburn to win, but just to lose it in the fashion they lost it in, devastating. Absolutely devastating.